Hey Leo, hope you're all doing well. This is going to be an energy check-in for you, Leos. Messages of guidance, what you need to know right now. So it's going to be a quick one. Let's see what's going on for you. Spirit, please and thank you for the sign of Leo. Only messages of guidance. All negative energy must leave the space now. Inviting in the divine light of Source, Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. Hey, let's see, Leo. Justice, the card of Libra. This is about balance. This is also about seeing things for what they truly are and looking at things from a different perspective as well. So if you've been holding one perspective of a situation, Leo, and maybe wanting to be right in that situation, is what I'm hearing. You are starting to see that there are other sides to the story and even a third perspective. So it's definitely about balancing here, getting out of maybe a confined point of view sometimes and looking at things from another perspective, another person's point of view, and also seeing yourself from a different point of view, Leo, and finding balance in that. It's polarity for me as well. So, if you had to make a list of everything you are and everything you are not, we tend to only resonate and align with the things that we think we are and shame ourselves for the things that we hope that we aren't. But knowing that we can be both, that there is a balance, that there is room for both sides of the coin within ourselves and within others, and having grace for that. You could also be dealing with a Libra because this is the major arcana for Libra. This could be about a home situation, Leo, about emotional fulfillment, because it's something to do with your Ten of Cups or your emotional fulfillment. And this doesn't have to be a relationship. It's also the emotional fulfillment we find within ourselves and through relationship. It's about looking at all aspects of expression in order to balance the heart space. So I do feel like there's some alignment happening here with your heart space, Leo. If there's something that has been weighing on your heart, weighing on your mind, and you've been looking at it from one perspective, I do feel like this other perspective has brought you some sense of peace and some sense of emotional fulfillment from that peace. And maybe it was a conversation with someone, maybe it was, understanding someone else's perspective, but there's definitely something new coming in for you to bring about a sense of feeling safe and feeling at peace with the situation. Card of Cancer. So you could be dealing with a water sign because I have two water cards here now, but this is the card of Cancer. Nurturing energy, motherly energy, graceful energy, and also high intuition. So it's tapping here into your water energy, Leo, which is not something you tend to do, or depending on, the many layers of your personality, you could also have strong water placements, but tapping into your heart space, tapping into the nurturing side of yourself. And maybe this is what you have needed to do in order to understand someone's perspective. To look at it from an emotional point of view without letting emotions take over, but allowing for the balance and allowing for the intuition and insight that comes from sitting in the emotion. You are learning to sit in the emotion, Leo, because I feel like for some of you, the tendency is to distract from the emotion by getting active or by using your fire energy. So for a long time, you've been maybe in that energy and it has kept you distracted. But there's a lot of insight now and intuition that's coming from being able to sit with your emotion and understand where some of the fears or maybe the unhappiness was coming from. It's the end of a painful cycle, exactly. The bottom of the deck, the Ten of Swords. And you can finally see the freedom on the horizon, the freedom from that feeling of being trapped, that feeling of being betrayed, or the feeling of emotional pain, which can feel like entrapment. It can feel like, this need to escape. It's the end of that cycle, and the lessons that you've learned from that are now being freed up so that you can choose a new direction or continue to walk on your path, head held high and with grace. This could definitely have been some kind of communication that has brought you the sense of, for some of you, you might have been feeling like you were treated unfairly and you hadn't had the chance to have a conversation with whoever was involved. But some new information has come to light that has made you realize maybe you had misinterpreted or misunderstood or made up a narrative that wasn't really true. For some of you, this is also connecting with someone through music. Or you could be using music as a form of emotional release. Working hard as well, Leo. So your consistency has paid off. If you've been mastering, the mastering the ability to balance your thoughts with your heart space with action, it is now coming to fruition for you, and your mastery is being recognized. So there is some consistency here that's required. This could be a work situation as well that you're dealing with. But there's something about the consistency with which you've been practicing awareness, maybe, that is now paying off and that is now allowing you to sit in the emotion without feeling like running away. Definitely an end to some cycle and transformation here for you, Leo. That's beautiful energy. I feel like some of you will be acquiring a new skill as well. If there's something that you've been wanting to study, but you've been putting it off, the time is now right. If there's something you wanted to learn, maybe not necessarily study, but read up on or explore in more depth, now is a good time to be doing that. Okay, Leo, I hope this reading has helped somewhat. If this isn't your story, please don't make it your story, but it could also be energy that is coming towards you. So if you are feeling a little bit trapped and stuck at the moment, there is the potential for a bigger understanding, a greater understanding that will result in your emotional fulfillment and peace. So thank you for being here and sending you so much love. If you'd like a personal reading, my details are in the description box below. Until next time, Leo.